Day 2 of our trip to the International Aroid show. Our first appointment was at 11 a.m. and we arrived a little early for that. I went inside to let them know we were waiting on the rest of our group while Hunter and Bridget went to take photos in front of the silver Krome sign. I wasn't even gone for 5 minutes and I come out to see Hunter is talking to someone. I was pretty sure I knew who it was, but I didn't want to embarrass myself, so when I got up to them, I asked his name. Hunter had been standing there talking to Ron Weeks. I couldn't contain my excitement and turned to Hunter to remind him who Ron was. All I had to do was say Philodendron Weeks Red Hybrid and you could see it register on Hunter's face. They had just been standing there talking about being redheaded and wearing sunscreen in the Florida sun. We chatted until the rest of our group got there and another bombshell was dropped on us. Yoop Moonin was also there and they wanted to tour Silver Krome with us. Of course we said yes, and then we began our tour. We always go the same way through the greenhouses for my tours. Personally, I think it's the best way to go and be blown away by the magic of Silver Krome. It starts with the more common plants and then slowly goes into the cooler stuff. I'll explain that later in the video though. Before we even really get going, Matt finds 2 gorgeous variegated Prince of Orange and Bill just gives him one. Then we make our way over to these Anthurium hybrids right here. I still have so much amazing footage from Silver Krome, but here's a couple clips from this tour.
I know, me constantly sweating my gourd out.
This one we call heterophyllus, a big clade. So there's lots of different heterophyllus. This one we call dragon's breath. Dishes in baskets, but I think it's a nice way to present them, just hanging in your house. You know, they look full and nice.
We then did a little shopping, and then Bill showed us some of his mother plants and his personal collection. Look at those berries.
Giganteum golden rim, Giganteum silver. This is the marble. This is the variegated Saba blue. Cool fenestrations to it. This is from Indonesia.
These are hanging poles and pots, all in one that Bill makes for his personal plants. He just made a how-to video on the Silver Krome Gardens IG this week if you're interested in making your own. Tell him I sent you. It's insane.
If you didn't see the tables, you'd think you were in the Amazon.
Right? That's a little baby leaf. I'm standing under this amazing plant. Look at that. Once we were done with the tour, Bill gave us Silver Krome shirts and we took some pictures. Then we had to figure out how to get all the plants in the car because we did not bring the trailer.
That was awesome.
I know. I think we might have overdid it with the plants today. No. Once we got back to the Airbnb, we brought all the plants in and put them on the back porch, which was covered and fenced in. Once we were done with that, Hunter helped me figure out how to fly this drone. We wanted to take aerial views of nurseries, but we never did. After that, we had dinner and called it a night. If you've never been to Silver Krome and want to go, here's all the information you need. First, you must have an appointment, otherwise they may turn you away. I didn't know that until this summer, and I've always been able to get in, but I wouldn't risk it. For IAS week, we made an appointment and I'm glad we did. I called a month in advance and they only had a couple spots left for the entire time we were there. Next thing is it's $250 to tour. The deposit all goes to what you buy, so if you do plant math, it's basically free. 3, have an idea of what you want to buy because it'll take you weeks to go through and look at everything. They have every single plant you could ever imagine in any form you can think of. They have plants you've never even heard of. The only plants I've never seen there are Hoya. If you're interested in Monstera, tell them Monstera. Bring your wish list. 4, there are no tags on anything, so you have to ask the name and price if you find anything interesting. This used to give me anxiety and be a huge pet peeve of mine, but honestly, it's become my favorite part now. Bill doesn't just tell you the name and price, he will give you an entire history lesson about the plant. Imagine walking through somewhere with your favorite botanist. It's like that. Number 5, bring tags to write down all the names. Bill will remember all the names and prices, but with all the excitement and adrenaline pumping, you may not remember what you bought by the time you get home. I know I've done that quite a few times. Lastly, make this your first stop because prices for the plants are cheaper than anywhere I've ever been. I've stopped here last and been disappointed because I spent $100 more on a plant half the size somewhere else the day prior. Bonus tip, ask him to take you on the same tour that he takes me and my guest on. It's 100% worth it, especially if you get overwhelmed easily. I mean, you're still going to be overwhelmed by the magnitude, but it helps ease you into that. Just remember to have fun and you can always go back next time.